Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are doing a weekend follow-up video before the week starts, and I just want to point out some very important levels, and whatever you want to do with it, okay? First of all, we're starting it off with Dixie here on a weekly time frame, and you can see right now we are underneath 100. We are going to be opening the new weekly candle, and if this is the new local low, we will look for maybe a tap of this 98.74 cent level and swing failure pattern that, as in take all the liquidity right under that level, all the stops, and then reverse right back into a reversion to the mean trade. Now, even if we do get that bounce back, I am looking at major level of resistance here at $100.35 due to the fact that that was the level that broke down, that was previous support. Now, if we cannot get above $100.35 in the next weekly close, then we will basically have to assume that this level, which was support, has now flipped into resistance, and we should be looking for a push down into deeper levels until the Fed finally does that emergency rate cut. Okay, here are the doodles from our last previous videos, and we knew how major of a level 101 was. Once we lost that, we were looking for a potential long scalp level over around 100, but we are officially under 99.56, so even those stops got taken out. And now you're over here at a major moving average here on a weekly time frame at 98.76. If that level is not support, it will flip into resistance, and you can look in previous history what happens when we lose the blue level. After that support turns into resistance, we use it as an area to reject off of until claimed again, and we start opening and closing above it. So this level underneath the blue is an excellent area to start a position for a long-term long, because it is a very oversold condition we're at to even come to this level. So larger institution, much wealthier people will use that as a buying opportunity for uptrend continuation. My goal of Dixie is still above $115. Okay, I don't know how and when it's going to play out. I do not expect the US dollar to be losing more than 98.76 in the long term. Otherwise, the dollar is going to get destroyed. We're going to have all kind of domestic issues with our own domestic sales before we have to deal with other exports and other countries' issues. We're going to have a lot of domestic issues if the dollar gets into that issue, okay? We won't be able to afford our own goods. We will be buying cheaper goods from imports such as China. So that's another topic to discuss. The point of the matter is, yes, I do see this as a bear flag situation. I'm not looking for this bear flag to break down into lower levels. I'm hoping that the Fed does their job and holds this rounding continuation and this uptrend, and we don't lose too much lower than 92 and that's on a monthly. Okay, if you turn off all these doodles, we are already on a monthly underneath our average of 101.96. After that, it's $92 on the monthly, and if you go back to the weekly, it was that $98.76 where we're at right now. So we're basically at the lows of the lows on longer time frames on dollar index. Okay, why am I bringing all this up? When dollar is in this stance, tech is gonna take a hit. Tech likes to go up with Dixie, right? So why am I bringing this up? Let's take a quick look at a few tech stocks. Is this a buying opportunity for Meta? Or is this a time for you to consider taking some profits because a deeper dive can occur? This is a weekly time frame. You can see what we're looking at, right? Here are the doodles from our last video. We were already looking for a rejection over here at 518. We got an over bought short squeeze blow off top because of Trump election, and then that blow off top is officially coming out. We're looking for the support retest over here at $386. We're right now on the midline of this bullish order block, as you can see. You see, this is where we broke out of. Let me extend this to the right. Okay, and we are here at the midline of that order block. Okay, so if you didn't buy this and take profit right here at your resistance, which is at $548, if you didn't take your profit there, now you're in trouble, because what this is doing is a head, right? Here's your head and shoulder, and here's your left shoulder. The measured move from the head and shoulder is a 1-to-1 of the range, usually. Okay, I'm just going off of old school rules. If this is your neckline right here, if this is your neckline right here, and you are rejecting off of this level again, you see this is the short reload area. It's rejecting it, right? So the natural move from here is a rounding distribution into liquidity to make that inverse head and shoulder accumulation for uptrend. Yes, the stock market always goes up, guys. Yes, it will eventually go up. But how and why does it do what it does? Well, I'm giving this prediction was in our last video of Meta. I mean, yes, we got a blow off top. I couldn't predict the higher, but if you took your profit here, you could take more profit here. You can reload the whole position knowing that this is what we're looking at, okay, with the more data. So is this a buying opportunity? Yes. Knowing that you can DCA into these lower levels if the opportunity is given. If the opportunity is not given, then you have to understand you are in an uptrend, right? This right here is your uptrend. And as long as you hold this uptrend, you get to buy on that line. I guess I'll go like that. Buy on this trend line. It's not guaranteed that you're going to make this breakdown to get this opportunity to buy, but as a trader, you got to be ready for that possibility because it's kind of in the charts already. If you go to a higher time frame, you can see you just tested your first moving average, which is 489, but you like to go into the green on a monthly as well. And your green is all the way over here at 364, which is what we were already discussing on your weekly. So you see, like, I'm not giving you random numbers. 364 is right to the tip of the head, basically. So this is how I like to do my analysis. I hope you guys can follow along. I'll do one more asset just for the sake of giving you guys some value. Let's do Microsoft since it's right down the line. Look at Microsoft, okay? We are underneath the EMA cross and onto the purple every time and Microsoft is by far the best example of how the stock market goes up. Any time and point in your life you bought Microsoft and you just DCA'd, you would have made a return. Microsoft is one of the freaking best stocks that I remember from the 18 plus years that I've been trading. It's only gone up. Here's your best buying opportunity on Microsoft on this purple line. Here is the second best opportunity of Microsoft on this purple line, which is around 336. You're at 367. If you believe in Microsoft, you believe in the dividends that this stock pays, and you believe that you're going to make money long term. Does this still pay dividends? Yeah, it pays a little bit of dividends. So this is what you call compounding gains, okay? You can hold Microsoft, get your dividends, and just continually buy Microsoft for the rest of your life and eventually retire on some of the income of this because it's one of those stocks that just goes up, okay? It just goes on up. And that's the perfect example I was trying to give you. Here are the doodles from the last video we had. How freaking ironic. We were looking for the buy into this area of 359 and 347. You got exactly that from what we were doodling. Go look at the YouTube channel and go to MSFT. Just type in MSFT in the search bar of the YouTube channel of mine, and you will find all of the schematics of how I even came into the technical analysis with these targets. And I myself was looking for this accumulation, ironically. Microsoft has earnings on April 30th, okay? Watch the reversal come in April 30th for upside continuation. The reason why it's probably dumping into that is because people have a lot of worry about the tariffs and stuff going on with Trump. More than likely, Microsoft is just doing that reset as a buying opportunity. Here's another confirmation that if you get into the 360 to 320, it's a buying opportunity. Look at the history. Look at the history of Microsoft. The only time on a monthly time frame you got into the purple was in 2002 of it's February of 2009. This is 0809, the crash of 0809, the Greek bailout crisis right here, the Euro crisis. That's what this is. Since then, when they started printing money, okay, that's when the Federal Reserve, I think, printed $700 billion. And we thought that that was going to save the banks. And all we did since that print was continually print more money. And look at what Microsoft did. Because Microsoft stock is a hard asset. So the hard asset went up in value because the government printed money, not because Microsoft was doing anything different. I mean, it is doing what it's doing, but the thing is that it's reinvesting its profits into itself, and that's why it's doing this. They're not probably doing stock offerings. They're probably not diluting their shares. This is like Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company. Okay, that's why Class A shares of Berkshire Hathaway is like 300K, right? Let me see. How much is it? Berkshire. Oops. Berkshire Hathaway Class A. Is this Class A? Yeah, Class A. This last time I looked at this in my life, it was around 300,000. Okay, so this was in 2020 of 300,000 right here. Since then, it doubled. All right, that just goes to show you. And look, as it's going up, Berkshire Hathaway, as it's going up, you have bearish divergence on volume. Watch Berkshire Hathaway do a correction into 650 to 540. Okay, and it's gonna come in a surprise that people won't expect it. And Buffett is the only one who will probably rebuy his shares. Buffett is probably not buying his shares for a while. Look at this volume, guys. Since 2024 of July, this is very dangerous. This rejection right here, all you did was just refill that rejection, and you're gonna have people probably short the crap out of this to deeper to a deeper retrace. Do I have any schematics here? No, I don't. You guys want to see a quick technical analysis? Let's go. This is how I would look at this for right now. Okay? I would look at this as a head and shoulder forming. This is the blow off top right here. You're going to get a Quasimodo shoulder and you're going to get the dive. And then the dive will go like this, try to accumulate, and then you'll come back to make a new high if you're going to. Here is the new look on Berkshire Hathaway. And I honestly think it's going to come into this order block before I even consider buying it. There you go. That is my prediction on Mr. Berkshire Hathaway's stock. Feel free to let me know what you think and call me out. Anyone who is looking for that major sell, 838.50, dude, I don't even think you're going to get above it because this wick that got filled here was an inefficiency. And what they did was they did a short squeeze, and that's why you made this head over here. That's your Wyckoff blow off top head right there. And that's why you got this volume officially doing a bearish divergence. He's filling his short. And then what he's going to do is he's going to market sell. So that's when you're going to see that big red candle, is because that's going to be the big market sell. And he's going to probably bring you right to this level right here on that market sell, which is around 650. Okay? That's like $150,000, $200,000 drop. People are not going to be ready for it. Right there. Boom. Lock that in. Make that blood red. And I'll put this. For 2025 prediction market seller level for shorts to TP. Boom. There you go. And that's all I have for you guys today. I am going to delete these doodles because they're just blinding for no reason. Get out of all that. What is this? Get out of all that. Yeah, there you go. We are all set on Berkshire Hathaway, and this is what I'm looking for, guys, moving forward. Aside from that, guys, if you like these videos, please hit me up in the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow, so thank you guys so much. Aside from that, if you could just subscribe to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Leave a like. Subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get these updates as they come out. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you in the next video. Aside from that, guys, enjoy your weekend, trade safely, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, be safe, enjoy. Love y'all.